Hi, I just wanted to give you an update on your Polaris Ranger repair. I have your front differential all disassembled. I've already cleaned up a bunch of parts. It was in pretty rough shape. I'm going to send you a couple of pictures of what the differential looked like when I took it apart. It was pretty much just running in a little bit of muddy water. A few things damaged here, so for sure we needed the bearings. The bearing and seal kit is already in the estimate for the repairs and stuff that I did, but all the bearings they're toast, like really bad. All the rollers are all pitted and scratched up and rusted. The roller cage itself is broken, so that needs to be replaced. So everything here with the rollers, that all needs to be replaced, because we also have some usually when you buy even an aftermarket cage, usually they'll come with those those little springs in them anyway, H clips, whatever they want to call them. But some of these are actually bent, so they're damaged as well. So new roller cage or sprag bearing, depending on what you want to call it. You need one of those. Over here on your ring gear, so this is the armature plate, and that rides against the coil. And what happens when you put it in four-wheel drive, that plate becomes magnetized, and it actually take that off. It locks into the roller cage itself with those little grooves. There we go. You see, so that would be normally sitting on the top. So now that we've locked that in, that would be spinning with the ring gear, which is normally just spinning free, but now you're locked into four-wheel drive, so that locks your hubs together and stuff. Because your hubs, of course, they go through the center of it, right? Like that. Little output shafts. Sorry, I'm trying not to be too complicated. I just wanted you to know how this works. So to take away some of the shock, we have a torsion spring in here, and I've actually just popped that onto the little pin on the plastic retainer. But the way that is normally supposed to be in there, and on this is when you put it on, there's actually supposed to be a pin here in your ring gear, and yours is broke off. So that's a little piece. This is something that is kind of common, and when you put that torsion spring on, you overlap the spring, the pin goes up through the center, and then the retainer meets the pin on the retainer itself. See, that's that guy. That meets at the same spot, and that gives you some bounce back and forth, so that there's not as much shock. So there are aftermarket pins available. Usually you would be pulling it out and putting a new one in. This one's where it's broke off. What I have to try and do is see if I can drill it out or not without destroying the hole, because the aftermarket, the hardened steel pins are already sized for that hole. So I'll see what I can do for a repair for that. I don't want you to have to buy a new ring gear for it, but I'll have to let you know on that and how I make out with it. Depends on how that comes apart. Next, on your, so this is, I've already pressed the bearing off this, so there's usually a bearing sitting on here, and that rides in one side of the case or the other. So this outer area is where the seal on the outside of your case, so there's a seal here and there's a seal over there, and what's happened here is you'd like to see that all this nice polished area where it's all nice and smooth and shiny, but it's not. It's all pitted and grooved. So I'll try and clean that up as best I can with a couple of different grits of sandpaper. We'll go see if I can get it up to like 800 or 1,000 grit, wet sand it, see if I can save that. I can't guarantee anything with it. Normally I would say to replace that, but I'm just trying to save you a little bit here if I can. So that would be, we're just going to hope I can make it work. I can't guarantee anything with it. I'm sorry I can't, I have to say that, but the only way I could guarantee that not to leak would be if we replaced it. The other one is in the same condition. slightly less grooving on the, for sure, on the pinion shaft. So I think I can clean that one up okay, so you can use that again. We're hoping, unless there's something I haven't seen on it. But first, I have to sand it and see how it turns out to be sure. But I'm hoping that I can save that for you.